Failing to address critical home inspection repairs before listing your home, it can make or break your sale, cost you thousands of dollars in the negotiation process. I've been there, I've seen it. So whether you're proactive with a pre-listing inspection, which I talk about a lot in my book, or you're waiting for the buyer's inspection, understanding which repairs are non-negotiable is essential. And without the right preparation, a home inspection can turn a beautiful sale into a nightmare. So neglecting these key fixes can lead to a disastrous inspection report, significantly lowering your home's value and potentially derailing your sale entirely. So stay tuned to learn how to safeguard your investment and ensure a smooth selling process, because you want to make sure you don't lose thousands of dollars and you don't face delays and don't really want to watch your buyer just walk away, do you? Now, I've been presenting my listings for sale with a pre-home inspection, a home inspection before you put it on the market, for over 20 years now on every single one of my listings. And the ones that don't do them are the sales that have problems. For example, I remember John Dennis's home. He lives in Abington. He was so adamant, I don't want to spend $500. I don't want to do a home inspection. And I could see things are going to come up. And I wanted those things to be on the table. But we had the buyer, he did the inspection, the sale fell through. Now John said then, hey, I know why you wanted me to do inspection now, why it's so important to pay for it. Now what I do is I now start paying for the inspections for sellers who don't want to do it. And I say, if I sell your home for this price, you can pay me back. And they say, okay, let me see if it's going to be a valuable thing. And it ends up being valuable. And now when it's valuable, I now have believers, right? So it's important. And it's also in chapter 2, it's so important. It's my second strategy of my book, of my 8 secret strategies. To get your copy, the link below. And when you tackle this home inspection and these issues, you can then sell your house with confidence. It actually gives me the leg up on negotiating. All cards are on the table. And no matter if you're a house flipper or you're just a seasoned home seller that's tackling a home inspection, it's a crucial step to do that when you're selling your home. You have to tackle this inspection before you put it on the market or wait for the buyer, which I don't suggest doing. Now, honestly, inspections, they can be a little nerve-wracking. So many of my sellers call me when the inspector's there and they say, oh, he's mean. He's saying bad things about my house. But I want the inspector to be picky. Then the buyer will see it as a really good inspection and they'll sign off on it and say, I'm not going to do another one. This one was thorough. So that's the confidence that comes from being proactive. You get confidence and fixing key things. So I'm going to help you through this process and tell you which ones to fix and not to fix. Very important. Diane Cardano here, and I want you to call me to help me review an inspection on your home. So just grab some time in my calendar. I'll help you out. And make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. So I'm going to start off with safety. Guys, this is really important. This is the stuff we always do on our home inspections, and it always comes up on inspections, safety issues. A safe home is a happy home, and buyers prioritize safety features. Some quick fixes to ensure your home passes the safety inspection. And I want it to be flying colors, no other way. I'm going to start out with smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. You want to check them, make sure they're working properly. Replace expired batteries, just replace the batteries anyway. Make sure they're not going to go bad when the inspection's going on or when the buyer's walking through, all of a sudden they hear beep, 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 especially if they're over 10 years old. Make sure they're mounted correctly on every level of your home and outside sleeping areas, because this is a township or a borough or wherever you live requirement. And you're not going to get your use and occupancy certificate without having these detectors. Now, one tip you can do right now, if you're living in your home and you're not ready to sell yet, but you can do is you can update your detectors and you can upgrade them to be interconnected. These smoke detectors, so that when one goes off, they all sound. It's a really good selling feature, but if you're selling your home right now, don't worry about doing that. Just get the battery operated ones and just stick them up on the wall just to pass the inspections, okay, on the ceiling. That's what I would do. Next, windows. People don't think windows, but they really play a crucial role in home safety and security. Making sure they're working, good working condition. The home inspector is going to lift every single window. If it doesn't work, he's going to report you. So one, you have security, right, with good windows. Good windows that are properly function with the right locks and the seals prevent unauthorized access to your home. If it's broken or malfunctioning, it could be an easy target for a burglar and compromising the safety of the house. Second thing is energy efficient. Now, if you have windows that are energy efficient, then they're sealed and they maintain the home's temperature and reduces energy costs, because we need to tell the buyer, here's the cost of running my house. You want them to be low, because broken seals can lead to drafts and it can make heating and cooling systems work harder than they need to, and then that could be a red flag for potential buyers concerned about energy bills. Really important. Third thing about windows is about the safety, which I talked about, making sure they open and close easily for emergency exits or in case of a fire or emergency. Being able to use the windows as escape routes can save lives. Stuck or broken windows can pose a significant risk, so we don't want those. And then we have the aesthetic appeal of windows. A well-maintained window enhances the overall appearance of a home. But if you have a broken window or a broken seal and you can't see out the window, that's going to detract from the home's curb appeal. It's definitely going to lower the market value. I always address a broken seal. I get my guy to come in for $150. He just puts a new window pane in there. Or you can say, here's $1,000, I have this wrong thing with my windows, but it doesn't look as good and doesn't feel as good when the buyer walks through the house and sees these broken seals, because you can't even see out the window. And then you have legal requirements with windows, because some local building codes, they require the windows to be in proper working order. Like I said, you won't get your UNO without it, especially in a rental property. All the windows have to meet standards and also will prevent any legal issues during a sale. Next, let's talk about light bulbs. Why are we talking about light bulbs, Diane? Well, burned out light bulbs create a dim and uninviting atmosphere. And that will be noted in your inspection report that there's no light bulb. A burned out bulb, it's bright or energy efficient. It's nice. And make sure all your light bulbs have a cover on it, because that will also be called on an inspection report. Next, I love this one. Electrical cover plates. People are like, oh, why do I need a plate on it? When you have a missing or damaged electrical outlet cover or exposed electrical wiring, that's not good. It poses a safety hazard, and that will definitely be on there. If you put like a junction box over these wires, or if you have a cover that's cracked or anything like that, that'll be called for. Also, the GFCIs. The GFCI is a ground fault circuit interrupter, and they have to be, if you have an outlet that's within 6 feet of water in a kitchen or bathroom or anywhere, laundry area, anywhere where you need water within the 6 feet, you have to have those. So if you don't have them, that's going to come up in inspection and for the township inspection. You can always test them. They have that little red button on it, making sure they work properly. It's really important. I don't know of one house that we're not putting in GFCIs. Our electrician is very, very busy for our listings, because that is the one thing that is always an electrical issue in a house. I don't know when there's not. And now we have hidden hazards. I love this because it's beyond the surface, the things you just don't know what you don't know. But if you're looking at them, you just don't know. So that's why having a thorough inspection of your home is really important. And the first thing I think about is the heater. Before you have your pre-home inspection, make sure you have your heater checked. And you can do this even now and always be maintaining your heater. That's why you should be thinking of doing things earlier than you think when selling your home. And the heater is a perfect example. First, let's talk about uncovering minor problems early, because if you check and you see a small issue before they become a major costly repair, such as a minor leak or corrosion or worn out parts, that can be detected early and prevent expensive breakdowns in the future, so that when you go to sell your house, you don't have to be replacing your heater. Second thing is you want to be safe. Heaters that are older can pose significant safety risk if not properly maintained. Like gas leaks or faulty wiring can lead to dangerous situations, including carbon monoxide poisoning or fire hazards. But a good inspection helps ensure the home is safe for occupancy, and it loves safety, especially with the heaters. Another thing with the heater is efficiency. People love efficient heaters, because an inefficient heater can lead to higher energy bills, right? And inspectors, they can check for things such as clogged filters or blocked ducts or other inefficiencies that can be rectified to ensure the heater operates optimally, saving the buyer money in the long run. They love safety, saving money, they love energy efficient, all that stuff. Because the next thing, it could also, a good heater inspection could detect hidden issues. So what are you talking about, hidden issues? Well, beyond the surface level checks, such as identifying problems that are not immediately visible. They might find issues with the heat exchanger, which can crack or can leak, or discover that the ventilation system isn't adequate or improperly installed. These hidden issues can impact the system's performance and longevity. So keeping that up now, even though you're not selling, is important. And biggest thing is it can reduce heating expenses. If your heater's in good condition and operates efficiently, an inspection can help reduce heating expenses. You can have the guy come out, the heater guy come out, Make sure your system's well maintained, it can get serviced, it can use less energy, and it's less likely to require emergency repairs, providing peace of mind for the buyer and financial savings for you, even for the homeowner. So if you have a service guy come out twice a year, inspect your heater, it's an investment for the future. It's also for your comfort and your financial well-being. And there's also the filters. Don't forget, you got to replace filters, or you can do that yourself, or any filter. Your air purifier filter, or cleaning your range hood filter, or your bathroom vent filters. Any filter you have, make sure it's clean. Next, you want to check your appliances. Keep them clean, okay? Don't forget about the appliances. Clean your condenser coils on your refrigerator to ensure efficient operation. Check if the water dispenser is functioning properly. Test the stovetop burners, even your oven, if it's functioning, your garbage disposal operation. Maintain your dishwasher. Ensure your dishwasher has a proper air gap installed to prevent contaminated water from backing into your clean dishes. Also, the anti-tip bracket comes up on every inspection. Make sure you have it so you don't put your hand on the dishwasher and it moves. Called for most inspections. Next topic is security and functionality. Just putting your best foot forward, and in these inspection reports are going to look at doors and openings, for example. Inspect all your doors, cabinet doors, make sure they open and close, closet doors, exterior doors, any door. Make sure they close and lock, and replace them if they're damaged or have broken hardware. Garage doors, test your garage door opener and ensure the auto reverse function is working correctly. That comes up all the time in inspection reports. And lubricate any moving parts so it's running nice and smoothly, okay? And if you have a pool and you're going on the market in the spring and it's now the fall and you're closing your pool, make sure you get it serviced so you have a nice report, because you might not put your pool on, your house on the market before the pool opens again. And then make sure you take great pictures of the outside of your house with the pool open if you're thinking of selling in like February, March, April, before the nice weather comes out. Next, pest control. Those buggers. Just any pest issues like termites, rodents, mice traps. Make sure you get them all out of here before the house goes on the market. And you don't want to have this 4-letter word on your inspection report called MOLD, mold. Any sign of mold and mildew is not good. Make sure that you get rid of that, because you can do that yourself, especially if the roof leaked once and you change the roof, but the rafters still have the black stuff. And that's what most inspectors find possible mold, they say, on the roof rafters. And that's because it was there. And it could be, but you don't need a professional mold guy to come out. You can wash it properly yourself. So that's the word mold should not be on your inspection report. Next, plumbing. Plumbing perfection. You want to avoid any leaks and frustration, because you have to make sure things are not leaking. And most importantly is your water pressure. You want to invest in a water pressure gauge and check your water pressure. It should be around 40 to 60 psi. If it's higher, consider a pressure regulator to prevent leaks and damage to pipes. And if it's lower, the inspector is going to say something's clogged. And that's another whole bowl of can of worms that opens up, because they're going to want a sewer lateral. They're going to want to do the little video of your pipes, make sure there's nothing. What's clogging it up? Once I found out that the clogging came from a tree. Trunks, all the limbs and the bottom were all squeezing the pipes, and it was getting into the pipes, and it was clogging and making water pressure low. Next, you want to look under your sinks, guys. There's a P-trap check. That's that U-shaped pipe that traps debris and prevents sewer gases from entering your home. Ensure the trap has enough water to function properly and it's not leaking. By the time you have all that stuff at the bottom underneath your sink, get all that stuff out. And that wood thing at the bottom of your cabinet is water stains on it, whatever. Put a new one down. It'll look much better. Make sure that underneath your sinks and your traps are all looking good. Next, check your stairways, and for safety, because the inspector will look if you have a railing secure and free of rust or damage. You want to tighten those loose screws and replace any broken railings right away. Really important. Shower diverter. That's one thing I just had the other day on the report. The shower diverter wasn't functioning properly. The water wasn't going to the shower head and spout like it was supposed to be doing. That was something that we had to get fixed, because buyers want that, especially if there's only one shower in the house. And toilets. There could be a leak around the base of the toilet. Listen, if you have an old toilet, just get a new one. They're so cheap. Our guy could install it very inexpensively. Really, really important to get a new toilet. The energy-efficient toilets where you flush 1 or 2, depending upon whatever you do in there. So it's really efficient. water use in the toilets is really important. I think I'm going to talk about some cosmetic touches to create a good first impression, especially if you have popcorn ceilings. Have you seen those lately? They are a thing of the past, and they look very outdated. Kids today don't even know what a popcorn ceiling is, and removing them can be messy, so you consider hire a professional, but you might want to consider getting them removed because it will hurt your sale. And then roof, check your roof. It's best left to professionals to check your roof, but looking for missing damage shingles, you can see that from the street. Looking for wear and tear, really important. Making sure that your fencing is in good repair. Loose boards or leaning posts. A good fence is important. It enhances your curb appeal. It's also good for security. And that'll come up on an inspection report. All that's going to come up. It's landscaping will come up. If there's overgrown trees, trim them away. Shrubs, they're blocking windows or walkways. That'll come up in a report. Buyers don't like that. So tidy up your lawn, add some colorful flowers, create a welcoming experience, an entrance to your home. And gutters are important. Make sure you clean your gutters, prevent water damage, and ensure proper drainage. The other day we had a property where water was coming in because the gutters weren't clean. Simple thing like that, water was coming into the basement. We got it fixed, no more water in the basement. And a good inspector is going to pick all this up. So make sure it's all looking good. So there's some great tips I just told you today, but I want to give you a few bonus tips right now to spruce up your home for sale. It's not really a home inspection issue, but first impressions do matter. And a few ways to enhance your home, make it shine, not only for the buyer, but for the inspector. I always say, make the house look good for your inspector. Now, don't give him any fresh cookies or anything, baked cookies, because that make it seem like you're trying to win him over. But just invite him into your home and allow him to inspect and do what he needs to do. So bonus tip 1, enhance your curb appeal. First impressions start at the curb. We always show the outside pictures first, right? We get the pictures taken when your house looks best on the outside. Get it all looking good. Let's take some photos, plant your flowers and trim your bushes. Fresh coat of paint on the front door. And the shutters. The shutters are hot lately. I've been painting shutters like crazy, and it looks great because it instantly makes your home look well cared for and inviting. Believe it or not, try that. Try the shutters thing. It's amazing. Second thing you can do is definitely just declutter. I did a whole series of decluttering video. Remove personal items, family photos, excessive furniture, knickknacks. Just get it out. Because a clutter-free home, guys, it's just allows the buyer to see and envision themselves living there. Don't make your house so lived in that buyers will feel uncomfortable. Use neutral decor, the great paint color that I have, Revere Pewter. And third thing you can do is just deep clean, make it sparkly, significant impact. Overlooked areas such as windows, in between the windows, the baseboards, light fixtures, around your heater, all cobwebs everywhere. Garage and basement, places where you expect cobwebs, don't have any. Make it really clean. Odors, don't have any odors. Neutralize your odors, guys. Eliminate any unpleasant odors like if pets, cooking, or no smoking allowed in the house when I'm selling your house. Don't do it. You can use these mild air fresheners to bake cookies, but before showing, but sometimes you just can't get rid of the smell. Nothing's going to get rid of that smell. And staging is next. If you want to consider a professional stager, you can do it. But arranging furniture to highlight the best features of your home and create inviting, usable spaces, as I tell people. Let's invite people into your home. And I always say, less is more. So get rid of some furniture. Next tip is kitchen and bathroom touch-ups. There are some crucial areas for buyers. Simple updates, like just some cabinet hardware. I do that for all my houses need updated cabinet hardware. Modern light fixtures are really hot. Fresh coat of paint, of course. A new shower curtain can do it. They can really modernize these spaces. You want to make it feel like people are today, like the doorknobs going into these areas as well. Making sure you have the new fresh doorknobs. And we hit on this a little bit about the exterior. One of the bonus tips here about staging and getting your home ready is the exterior, including the gutters, windows, and siding. And the inspector is going to check on that. So just pressure wash, the driveways, the walkways, clear all debris, make it in good condition. And lastly, just highlight your selling points. What's unique about your home? That's what I always look at. What buyer is going to be buying your home? Who's your target market? And then let's present that to them. Like you have a beautiful fireplace or a spacious yard or modern kitchen appliances, whatever it is, granite tops or quartz. So these are a bunch of things I've went over today. Today, not only I addressed potential issues before your inspection, your pre-home inspection, make sure you do one, don't let the buyer do it. You're going to demonstrate buyers that you've taken care of your home, and that's all that matters. A well-maintained home, whether it's updated or not, is so key. A little preparation kind of goes a long way. And that's what I feel why I create such smooth selling processes and get top dollar for our clients because we do that. But if you want a more detailed checklist of home inspection must-fixes, you can get my book, Fighting the Home Selling Sharks. In the link in the description below, it's homesharksbook.com. You also grab it some time on my calendar, dianescalendar.com, and leave a comment. Have you done an inspection on your home before? Or would you like me to look at your inspection report? Let me know. Thanks for joining me, and happy selling.